everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel with love, Panashe Kimberley. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, 4,931 YouTube subscribers and counting. And if you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much. I mean, the response to the wedding was overwhelming. I am so excited. I am so humbled. Keith and I just want to say thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for enjoying our beautiful day with us, guys. And yeah, to my 4,931 plus YouTube subscribers, do you want anything from the gas station? Yes, so I know that a lot of girls have been proposed to over Valentine's Day from the beginning of the year, and a whole number, like a lot of girls have just been, things have been happening. First of all, congratulations if you're a bride-to-be. I've been a bride-to-be and I was so excited, and I know the feeling, I know what you're going through, the nerves and everything, and just knowing that you have a big day ahead of you, that is amazing. And I just want to say, disclaimer, if you're having a wedding or if you're not having a wedding, it's really, I mean, there's absolutely no pressure. Don't feel pressure to have a wedding. But if you do want to have a wedding, I just want to give you five good tips on the journey of wedding planning. Now, I planned my wedding by myself for like the majority of it, and then I handed over to my wedding planner, Farai Mususa, who is also the manager at Pabani venue. And she's the one who did, most of the last minute wrapping ups, last minute everything. So yeah, but I had like 3 months beforehand to try and put everything into place. And yeah, it's a whole big process. Now, point number one. Start very early, okay? The first thing that you're going to need as a bride-to-be or as a bride who's planning her wedding is time. You and the groom, or if it's the groom who's watching, you and the bride need so much time. Now, the things that usually take up so much of your time are very simple. Venue hunting. Now, for me, or me and Kim, because he was planning too. And the first problem that we encountered was the unavailability of a dictionary of venues, or a dictionary of like a compilation. I think business idea for someone in the industry, in the events industry, please create like a directory where people can go. I mean, you can put it online or whatever, and people can go. I don't know if it already exists, and I don't know if it's functional. The one I only saw one, and it wasn't very it wasn't updated, so it wasn't helpful at all. But point is, you're gonna have a hard time looking for a venue, so you're going to need as much time as possible to look for the perfect venue for your day. And I know that you have your plans, I know that you have your vision, but please try to be patient with these service providers and all of this, because you need to find the service provider who's going to vibe with you, who's going to understand your vision and understand what you're trying to do. So it takes time to find a service provider who you're going to vibe with. You're going to need to have to go to cake tasting. Is this cake maker good enough for me? Is this one not? Like, you need time to find the place, the service provider, before you even get into the finances of the thing. So please start early as possible. As the moment you have both understood and agreed with each other that you are planning a wedding, start then. I promise you, some people can plan a wedding in a month, but in my opinion, I don't think it's enough time to plan a wedding. So time. The first thing you're gonna need is time. Number 2, have an open mind. Okay, now this sounds like it's gonna be, I know it sounds like drama, but please hear me out. You need to have an open mind. Your family is celebrating with you. It's your day, you and your husband or you and your wife, you're celebrating, you're enjoying. But the bottom line is, a wedding also belongs to the family. Mchato, dewe mori, wadakuya kuno ganza, wadakuya kuno spakwa. And these people are going to have the craziest of ideas. And not all of these ideas are going to be crazy. Most of them are going to be helpful. Most of them are going to be like things you hadn't thought about. But other ideas are going to be crazy. Like, one's going to be, helicopter mdara, chichi. And it's gonna be like the girls are gonna tell you, no, you need a train that just goes, it should just go. If you've seen Priyanka, the actress, she had a train that was like 6 meters long. But you're gonna have these ideas and you're gonna have people pouring in. Don't ignore them. People want the best for you, for your day. They also want to see, people have their idea of what your day is going to be like. So allow them to tell you their ideas. Listen to their ideas. Don't shut them out completely. But then, of course, there are some things that you can't listen to. For example, I wanted white and gold. I was not moving. You're wearing white. Ladies, you're wearing white. Gents, you're wearing black and white. It is what it is. That's that. And I was not budging on the theme, because the theme was like my main dream. I wanted a white wedding. I wanted people wearing white. I just wanted it to be radiant and heavenly. But so there are things that you can't budge, right? But if somebody comes and says, go and hire a limousine. If it's within your budget and if you think you're up for it, go and hire the damn limousine. I mean, if somebody comes with another option for a cook, even though you had found someone, just try and find a way to see, just still compare and see, have you found the right one? Have you ever gotten into a shop and bought clothes and then was opened into a different shop and you find the same clothes but at a cheaper price? Those things happen so much and are very realistic when you're planning a wedding. They do happen. You might find someone who does better for less, and that's good for your budget. So please accept people's ideas, have an open mind, and just listen. But weigh, of course, sift the ideas and see which ones fit. But bottom line, keep an open mind. Number 3, relax. Ijika relax, umwe wangu, chilla, nyatso chilla. Make sure mweyane nyama, body, mind, and soul. Make sure that you are mentally, emotionally, and physically sound. And it does not make sense for you to be a stressed bride or a stressed groom. It does not make sense for you to be an angry bride or an angry groom. Listen very carefully. The day, right, is only one day. All of the stress that you're going to come across, all of the problems that you're going to face are all for one day. Keep that in mind. Number 2, it does not make sense to have a tired bride or a tired groom on the day, because you'll be the one who enjoyed that day the least when you're the one who's celebrating, or when you're the one who's being celebrated on the day. You're supposed to have enormous fun. You're supposed to, this is the one day that you can celebrate publicly with your whole family, with everyone, and everyone's there, and all your friends and everything. So the planning process is definitely stressful, but please keep a sound mind. Keep a healthy body. Make sure you're eating. Make sure you're drinking. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you've got time to rest at the end of every day. Sleep, rest, take care of yourself. Relax. And while we're still on that note, please make sure you separate your stress from either work or your stress from looking for money, whatever other stresses that you have. Do not offload them onto your partner, number 1, and do not let them blind you from creating the perfect day. You have instances, or you can have instances where the bride is so angry, then they just say, ah, no, everyone, let's just have rice and stew. This caterer, this, that. And you've ruined a possibly very good part of the wedding. Or you just tell the designer, do what you want, and then you separate. I don't know, like, you attach your wedding plans to anger, or you attach them to doom, whatever feeling. That don't attach your emotions to the planning of your big day. It will definitely affect your big day if you then just let your emotions take over how you're planning your day. So it's very important for you as the bride or the groom to relax, separate your emotions from the planning, and be of sound mind, and just be, physically fit. If you are an exerciser, please continue exercising. If you haven't considered it, consider taking walks. They will clear your mind. They will help you to think freely. Just take a walk, go to town and just walk in the CBD, or just walk mumaraini, just take a walk, earphones. Just be safe when you're walking, but just take a walk. You'll see that it will open your mind to a whole lot of inspiration that you had not considered. So please, relax, separate your emotions from the planning, and if you are under pressure, take a walk, fam. Number 4. Now, this is a point that will nearly make or break your marriage, not just the wedding day, but your actual marriage, and how you relate to your partner. Now, this is a very, very, very important point. Stay within your budget. I cannot stress this enough. Usually, both parties, both families are planning, right? And you're expecting contributions from so and so, you're expecting contributions from so and so, and you've also got your pocket and where you say, I can afford to do this, we can do this. And sometimes, especially for my wedding, we had so many people pitch in with so many different things, and we ended up using the money that we had to just include a little bit of luxuries that we thought would be necessary on the day. However, stay within your budget. If you have $2,000, use $2,000. Do not accumulate debts. The last thing that you need as a bride and groom getting into this thing called marriage is debt. It's so painful to pay back debt, or at least in my opinion, it's just so painful to pay back debts. So you need to stay within your budget, okay? There is no need to take out a loan for you to have your wedding. There is no need to feel pressured by another person's wedding. Social media will give you pressure. You see Panashe and Kin's wedding, and it's all white, and it's this and it's that. But Panashe and Kin were working within their budget. So you are not Panashe and Kin. You are not Kim Kardashian. Please work within the budget that you have, because you know what it's going to do? It's going to strain you. You're going to strain your partner, and whoever is looking for money, or whoever, like for girls, there are times when I really felt like, okay, I think I'm using my love to manipulate my husband into getting me something. Because there were times when something was over budget, and I knew that it was over budget, but I would still tell him and still act very sad about it. And then he would complain and whatnot, and he would go, but then he'll come back with the money. But I stopped it the moment I realized that I'm straining him, because he then has to go out of his way to go and look and dig deeper, and then this, and that's stress. Relax. You don't need that type of stress. So please do not be pressured by social media. Do not be pressured by anything. Stay within your budget. and plan a beautiful wedding within your budget. A court wedding, I sure it's not a bad thing to have a court wedding. It's not about us, the viewers. It's about you and your loved one. So please do something that will make sure that you and your loved one stay together. Not the last thing you need is munane chigumbu after having a wedding, or somebody who's angry at you after the wedding, or somebody who's just, I don't know, annoyed by you after the wedding. You don't want that. So stay within your budget. That way you will avoid so many problems. So many problems will be avoided. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to count them. But let's move over to now. Now that you have planned the wedding, you are relaxed, you are well rested. In Inangu, I tried not to drink too much the night before the wedding. I didn't want to have a hangover on my wedding day, so I drank very minimally so that I could enjoy the next day. Because I know what hangovers do to me, and I didn't want to feel that way on my wedding day, and I successfully did not feel that way. Now that you've rested, now that you've planned, try not to accumulate debt. Last minute planning. Try, if you start early, you can also avoid last minute planning, because last minute planning is very stressful. Try to have, ladies and gentlemen, try to have your wedding clothes the day before the wedding. Do not get the designer to bring the clothes on the day. Oh my gosh, my designer brought the dress on the day. He wasn't late, but I was freaking out still, okay? So I don't think that's a good idea. Have your dress, have your suit the day before the wedding. Have everything. And number 5, on the day of your wedding, enjoy the day, okay? Do not spend time looking for things that are at fault. Do not spend time looking for or things that you think are going wrong. Nobody is noticing half the time. People think 90% of the time they think or they assume that whatever is going on this wedding is what you have planned. So it's either they'll just say you planned it well or you planned it wrong. But at the end of the day, do not show stress. The last thing you need, all eyes are on you. You don't need to show a freckle of stress on this day. Do not look for things that are going wrong. Just enjoy the day. What it is what it is. It is what it is. If it flops, it has flopped. There's nothing we can do about it, but enjoy. Enjoy your flop. Enjoy your good wedding, okay? There is nothing that you can do to change it. Don't stress. Don't cry, ladies and gentlemen. Don't cry. Don't ruin your makeup. Oh my gosh. Do not be a stressed groom or a stressed bride. It is your emotion or what people are seeing on your face, because they are always looking at you. They are always trying to get your attention. They are always trying to smile at you, but they are looking at you. And if you're showing signs of displeasure, signs of stress, signs of this, it will show. They will immediately know that something is wrong. So please do not show people that there's something wrong with your wedding if there is. And enjoy the day. Do not be stressed. Have fun. Drink if you drink. Dance if you're a dancer. Do the things that you want to do. And keep some energy for the night. Yeah? Keep some energy for the night. So bonus tip. You're gonna fight, okay? This person wants, you're two completely different people. Your husband or your wife is going to go in this direction and you want to go in this direction, and there's going to be a tug of war. But I promise you, do not fight. Or at least if you can't stop fighting, or if you can't stop yourselves from fighting, can you at least try to hear each other out? At the end of the day, you need to realize that the reason why you're fighting is because you're in love. You are in love and you decided to get married and you started to have the wedding. So that's why you're fighting. You are fighting because you're in love. And all of this is because you're in love. So, number 1. Number 2, you also need to remember that your other half also has a vision that they have for the day. And this vision is promoting or is helping or is supposed to come together with your vision and make it whole. You're not one full entity. You can't have a wedding that goes exactly the way you want it to go. Like, the groom can't just have a wedding that's a boy's man cave, and then the bride can't just have a wedding that's cocktails and frills. You need to bring those cocktails and frills and the man cave and everything together and make sure that you have a good wedding. And I know there's going to be friction, but please, after all of that friction, remember, you're doing this because you actually love each other. You are in this fight because of love, and do not let do not let that fight blind you from the fact that you're in love, you know. And another thing, and I'm going to be very candid with this, the families will also fight. The boy's family, the girl's family. There are so many times when we have relatives clashing. Remember, these people were never friends. It's you and your boyfriend or you and your girlfriend who put them together. So they're not going to be shy of each other. And they're not going to be, they don't know each other. It's you who have brought them together. So if they have things that they feel are not going well, they're going to express their consent, and somebody else is going to debate it, and then they're going to fight. But what I realized is, this fight, relatives fighting over your wedding, it's really not, just try to calm them down, but don't get too involved. Because the last thing you need is having your wedding, uri muswe kuti, oh, that other auntie, hey, you see what she was doing, hey, vazonyaraka, hey. You don't want a wedding to have bad vibes like that. You don't want to have muchato weshaisano wekuti vakazonyara takazokwanisa kuita ichi takazoita izvi neisimba. You don't want that kind of wedding. That wasn't the kind of wedding I had, but I can imagine having a situation yekuti my family problems or my family disagreements akaitika at the time of the wedding or at the time of planning the wedding became escalated into the I could not have handled drama overlapping into my day. So keep out of the family fights and do not promote them, do not fuel them, just let them die down. Okay? Whew. All right. I hope you have gained a thing or two from this particular discussion that we've had. And I hope you subscribed. I hope you enjoyed these tips. And above all else, keep yourself mentally and emotionally happy. And love your partner. I hope this has been helpful. Toodles.